When you find yourself dreaming the impossible dream, it's likely that you're living in your spiritual life.
And the world will be better from this than one man scorned in cupboards and cars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to read the unreadable voice.
You might say he's clear about living in his spiritual life.
I ain't fretting about hell till the time arrives. Never would be long, well, never would be fret to be good, to be bad, with the hell I'm glad alive. Oh, I got plenty enough then, and nothing plenty for me. I got my gal, I got my lord, God heaven all day long. There's no use complaining. I got my gal, I got my lord, I got my son. The people, yes, the people move eternally in the element of surprise, changing from a hammer to a bayonet and back to hammer. The Hallelujah chorus, forever shifting its star soloist. Welcome to my program called Living in Your Spiritual Life. Hi, I'm Harlan Ketterling, and I'd like to sing some songs for you from this program. The first song is called I Love Life and has a phrase in it, oh, but to live, for to love. I love life, so I want to live and drink of life's fullness, take what it could give. I love life, every moment must count, the glory in its sunshine, revel in its found. Oh, I love life, I want to live, I love life. I love life, it moves me in its way. My heart hears music, a melody glad and gay. I love life, I let none of worldly strife. Oh, but never life, so I want to live and drink of life's fullness, take all it could give. I love life, every moment must count, the glory in its sunshine, revel in its found. I love life, I want to live, I love life.
And I'd like to sing The Impossible Dream by Mitch Lee from Man of La Mancha. When you find yourself dreaming the impossible dream, it's likely that you're living in your spiritual life.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste love, to die in your arms, to reach the unreachable, listen to me. Follow my star. No matter place, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into heaven cause. And if I'll only go to this glorious quest, my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better from this than one man scorned in cupboard cigars, still struck with his last ounce of courage to read the unreal voice.
I'm going to tell you a story that illustrates what it means to live in your spiritual life. A few years ago, some friends said to me, I wish I had more time to work on my spiritual life. I wish it worked more dependably for me. This reminded me of a story about a young man who went to see his spiritual counselor, and he had similar concerns. To begin with, he was wondering, how do I bring my spiritual life into my workplace? And he wanted to ask, how can I avoid tangling with my partner when I come home? It doesn't feel very spiritual when we argue and disagree. Then there are those pesky voices in my head. How can I turn off all those voices so I can meditate? The elder counselor listened intently. Then he asked a question of the young man. Have you ever considered your interrelating at home and at work, that this interrelating might just be spiritual work? For example, when you work together on a project with a coworker and you experience a deeper level of trust instead of always competing with each other, wouldn't you consider this spiritual work? And when you tangle with your partner, doesn't this help you to understand and communicate better? Isn't this spiritual work? And your voices, could they not be spiritual voices? Your inner spiritual listening. The young man was intrigued. And now I'm beginning to understand what you mean by spiritual work, said the young man. So the counselor began to review what he was trying to say. I don't think you have to bring your spiritual life anywhere. In all your daily interrelating at home and at work, in listening to your spiritual voices, you are already swimming in your spiritual life. This is your spiritual life. You don't have to go looking for it. The young man paused for a moment. You mean I'm in my spiritual life right now? You mean I can choose to interrelate and work and live right in my spiritual life? Yes, said the counselor. Your spiritual life is within you. And yes, you are living in your spiritual life right now.